into the bathroom on this episode already. So
let's see how far we can push him to the edge. I don't think it's going to take long. Did they go to counseling over what Beth said? Because Beth has a history of talking mad shit. I'm self-diagnosed, what's called dyslexic. Yeah. I did 4 questions on TikTok and we wanted the smoke, so let's bring the fire. We're coming in foes and coming out friends. This is Challenge All-Stars Rivals. Welcome back, folks. We're here for a new season. What do we think? We got rivals.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm just happy Turbo's here. I'm just happy.
All right, you're bringing out the big guns already.
I know. You gotta wait. Damn.
Hey, I'm letting him know. Turbo's back, baby. He's back.
Well, before we get into Turbo, let's tease it a little bit. Yo, this is our 2nd season of the challenge we're covering. Please subscribe. If you like Challenge 40, you can go back and listen to that season. You'll see if we liked it. Maybe. But we're also covering Traitors, so you can watch those episodes too. Please subscribe, like if you like the video. And okay, fine, we can get to Turbo now.
All right,
so
Turbo.
let's go
Daddy
team by team.
Turbo.
Daddy Turbo, indeed. Let's go team by team. Nani and Turbo. You can tell we're excited. Guys, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I love Turbo. Honestly, after last season, I was like, I'm not even excited to watch another challenge. Like, I was so bummed out. The minute I saw Turbo, I was like, I'm watching. I don't care. I'm watching. I love Turbo. I love his energy. People think he's arrogant, ignorant, whatever, annoying, as Jordan says. I love him. I think he's hilarious.
I love that. Actually, I'm kind of mad that we haven't seen him since. Every season, I'm hoping, all right, Turbo's coming back. Turbo coming back. And then I heard he wasn't coming back, but I'm glad he's back now. I'm a little upset Jordan's not on this season. I would have liked to see the interaction between those two, But I'm happy. I'm ready for it. He still looks as petty as ever. He got full beard now.
He was wearing the Jordan cowboy hat. Did you peep that? I
did. Was that shade? A shot? Was that reverence? I don't know.
He's like, I could rock it better than you. I don't put my feet on my hat.
He had a nice little, I don't know what it was, kind of like a robe cloak kind of thing he was rocking. I need to get me one of those.
You're an anime nerd, and he's definitely an anime nerd based off of all of his little motions and his and the stuff that pissed off Jordan. So
he was just kicking. He might be just a martial artist. You got to separate the two.
No, because he did something with the Dragon Ball Z. I think that you're like, oh, that's from Dragon Ball Z. I think. Okay. Yeah.
And he does the sounds too. I feel like. Mm-hmm. We know.
Yeah. He's into anime.
Yeah, the hair too is flowing nice.
Yeah,
Turbo came out and I'm all for it, a prima donna. He was sitting. I was like, I don't like the cold. What was he eating? Berries? Like he was eating fresh fruit.
That's something. Yeah, he was chilling.
And then Nani's, can we talk? He's like, later. I'm dressed in. I'm here for prima donna Turbo.
Me too. And I love that he's, I don't know, it's just something about him. I love Turbo. I love that he loves he loves his family, loves his mom. He's like this really annoying asshole in the show, but such a sweet little gentle person inside when it comes to his family. I just like that. I don't know.
Part of it is also the accent and kind of how he says certain sentences, and it's listen, he knows I speak English, but the little mistakes almost are endearing. He's and it kind of disarms you a little bit, and it's just you can't take all the bullishness and hard-headedness so serious, because in reality he's probably this cuddly, warm guy who he has his feelings hurt. He had his feelings hurt that everybody on his last season turned on him, and he still feels bad, especially because Nani. So, you feel for it. Him.
And I don't blame him because Turbo favors loyalty. Like that's what he wants. He wants loyalty. He'll give you loyalty. Well, he asks you, give it back. That's it. Simple. But I mean, if he betrays his loyalty, it's odd. He will seek vengeance on playing the likes of which you've never seen. And he'll make that his sole goal to get you out. It's the first thing he said when he's coming here. He wanted to get Nani out. He said, I want to get her out. First chance I get. And nope. Stuck to you, so.
Yeah.
Well, they did decent at the challenge, though. So maybe maybe it's going to be put to rest because they are a team.
And they always did work well together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they placed fourth on the challenge, the frenemies challenge. We got the mud, we got the ice spoons, and we got the ballins gurney. TJ's always good for a good pun. So yeah, they did good. I did think just on the strength of Turbo, they'd be a strong team. Nani's competent. Nani is back. We weren't sure if we were going to see her again because of a heartbreaking loss on Ride or Dies. Are we excited? Did we cringe a little bit when she's like, I want to get married and have babies with Casey, who they're not together anymore? What do we think?
I've just never been a huge Nani fan, and I don't know what it is. Even at her prime, when she was doing really well, there was just something that always kind of annoyed me about her, and I don't know what it is exactly. Like, I don't know. So I don't really care, but if that means Turbo comes back, I'll take Nani. I'm fine with it.
I think I was a fan of Prime Nani, her younger days when she was out in the streets of the challenge. That was my favorite Nani. But am I excited for her? No. But if it's because Turbo, yes. So, I mean...
Well, she's single now. You might get Thought and Nani again. I mean,
no,
that
but
was
she's
her
not
thing.
single on the show.
Well, we don't know that. She might just be saying that, and then halfway through we see something. That's my thought on it, is they announced it right at the start, so something might be coming out in the show, I think. But maybe not.
Maybe.
Could be. Maybe. I am a fan of Nani, and I like... Listen, there's, back in the day, there's obvious reasons why she was out here politicking. The thing I like is she has played different roles, and so... Unlike some people, you kind of get tired of the act. When she first came on, she was hooking up. After, she was more like the hothead. Like, she would get into fights. Yeah. Her screaming matches with Camilla were epic. And then it started to turn when she's like, it would be nice kind of to win one of these for once. She started taking it more serious, and she became more of a serious competitor. Mm-hmm. And now she's like a vet, and she's in Leroy territories. Like, are they ever actually going to win? So, she comes bringing different things. And I think what she brings now most is she can set Turbo off because he actually... I do think they were good friends on the show, at least. And he actually might get pissed. So, we'll see. Because a turbo engine still needs some fuel to go off. So, what's going to be Turbo's fuel this season to push him to win or push him to... go Super Saiyan. So last question I want to do before we move on to the next pair. It is a rival season. They teased the possibility. I want to ask, if they win, do either one of them steal the money?
Yes.
Who?
Turbo steals the money.
I don't believe it. I know he says it.
Turbo steals it.
I think he's a good guy. I think he's a better guy than that.
And once he steals it, the debt will be paid, and then they could be friends.
No.
Yes.
I think if Nani acts right and gets on his side, which I think she knows how to do, she knows how to play the part to kind of suck up to people and stuff, he won't take the money. But if she never genuinely apologizes and he's still mad, he's taking that. I think he'll take it.
But is Nani going to take the money? I mean, I don't think she'll have a chance to, but let's say she does.
I don't think she would. I don't think she has the bad blood with him. And to her, yes, the money matters, but I also think the win matters just as much. I don't think she would want to taint her first challenge win by stealing the money. But maybe I just believe in both of these guys more than you. All right. So next team up, Adam and Steve.
Adam and Eve?
It's Adam and Eve, not Adam. No, let me stop. These guys left off with some bad blood on All Stars 4. I just want to put this out there. The edit that they gave was so stupid because like they made it seem like Steve stole Adam's star for no reason. Adam voted Steve in, and they were friends they were alliance. They were in show, and he voted Steve in. So yeah, fuck him. Take his star. Like it makes sense. But what do you guys think about this team now?
I think Steve is over it. I don't think Steve really cares, honestly, like that. I think it's just more Adam holding on to the grudge, like a petty grudge. It's like you said, he voted him in. He took his star, rightfully so. And that's it. I mean, he's just a little salty about it. But I think they're going to go far. I think they're going to do well.
I feel like, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on them. I mean, I think they'll do well because they're both pretty still athletic looking. Like they look like they've kept in pretty good shape, and they're obviously not going against like the biggest powerhouses in the challenge history. We don't, like it's not like all top tier people like Jordans and stuff like that. I'm just curious if TJ doesn't tell them, and I hope he doesn't tell them about the stealing the money. I hope that's kind of left till the end. If that will always be in the back of their minds, so they never fully trust each other. So it's this like kind of untrust, kind of, after everything that happened to kind of shake things up between them.
Yeah, my sense is they kind of, if they didn't tell them, they kind of already guessed because of the past seasons. So my sense is they're preparing, and I fully expect Adam, if they win, because I think they're one of two guy teams, so it's kind of a little bit of an advantage already. I don't know that it is what it is. I think Adam will fully steal the money. I think if they win, he'll steal the money, and I don't know if Steve really takes it that serious, their beef, but he better watch out, and he better expect that he's gonna get robbed at the end.
I agree.
All right. Let's jump to T and Corey.
I like Big T. I'm happy she's back.
Is it? She's kind of like, not a mascot, but like, when you would go to like the high school basketball games or football games, there's like, they had a person, I don't know. Let me stop. They had like Radio. You remember that Radio movie with Cuba Gooding Jr.? They kind of just had him hanging around. Let me stop because that movie's a little problematic. But it's nice to have her on the challenge. She's like a challenge mascot.
You just like her there. I don't know if she's gonna win, but we did see her kind of picking it up with when CT was kind of coaching her. We did see that, like, hey, she can kind of sometimes come and perform. But I mean, she's tiny, so it's a disadvantage. But we do know in a lot of these, to equal out when they're mixed teams, not girl and guy, they typically throw in a couple challenges where having a very tiny, light partner is an advantage. So if it's like carry your partner for a mile, that's that team, because she's so tiny and he's so big, they have a huge advantage over a lot of the teams. Like, I mean, like Frank and Sam, I don't know what's going to happen on that team if they have to carry.
I hope the producers are smart enough to throw in challenges like that. Although this one wouldn't have seemed like guy mattered too much, but it did. What do you think, Victor?
I think they're gonna throw in a lot of puzzles as kind of like the way to equalize things, just to kind of equalize, because like you said, there's a lot of girl, so I think they're going to throw in a lot of puzzles and a lot of things that are probably more endurance based than strength based. I mean, of course we'll see a few strength ones, but just the previews of some of the challenges, it's them running or picking things up like this one, but it's mostly them like jumping off things and trying to grab things and balance and stuff like that. So I think we'll see a lot more of those types of challenge.
They also got to take care of some of these people. Like Dario said, it's looking like the old folks home. So
yeah, so
so there's like You got my whole ass leg in there. You're welcome. It's free. No, yeah, I think you're right. They'll mix in puzzles and different types of challenges. Maybe make it like weight based so the lighter, smaller people can have some advantage. I don't think either of them rob each other. Do you think? I think the their beef. Yeah. I didn't mention it. It was from 39. Corey was just playing the game and backstab Big T, but I don't think it was because he didn't. He just said some stupid shit. It's not because they didn't like each other. It's because he was desperate to stay in the game. But I don't think it's malicious.
Yeah, I don't think they'll steal. I think they'll end up really close friends through this.
Mm-hmm. I think he said what he had to say to get through and to prove to his alliance that he wasn't really friends with her, but I think they really were friends, and he just said what he could to get by. So I think they'll be fine.
So, team that I don't think will ever be fine, Beth and Jonna.
Mayhem.
So, who wants to spill the tea on what happened here? Because this was rough.
I don't remember what season it was, but from what I remember,
right?
All Stars
3, right?
Because I think it had to do with MJ when Jonna and MJ were partnered.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't think it was 2.
I think it was 2 because that's when they were partnered and they won.
Yeah,
then
I don't
3.
think MJ came in 3.
I think he was, and he went home. Wes and Jonna won 3, and then Laura won 4.
So pretty much what Beth said is Jonna and MJ had an inappropriate relationship, and Jonna is married. So I don't remember the full details of what she was. I mean, pretty much saying she was cheating on her husband with MJ. MJ was married I don't know if he still is married, and Jonna was obviously married, and she still is, from what we know, that they worked through things, but it took like counseling and everything due to this whole BS Beth was spouting out about their relationship.
Do we believe Beth? Did they go to counseling over what Beth said? Because Beth has a history of talking mad shit, but if it was enough to go to counseling, was there any...
That was my exact sentiments. I was like, granted, Beth could have been lying, and I would believe if she was lying, but Jonna never specifically said, like, to Beth when they were talking, when they came back, you lied. Like, why did you have to lie? Like, she never, those words, if it's me and you lied on national TV to me about saying whatever, I'd call you out on it. I'm not going to say, I had to go to therapy to fix what you said. You know, I would say, you lied. Why did you lie? I want an apology that you lied. But she didn't ask for any of that. So I'm thinking there might be some kind of, merit to it.
She specifically said, you tried to ruin my life. She didn't say, you lied and ruined my life.
It's very important what she said.
I personally don't think she cheated with MJ. I do think maybe there was inappropriate flirting from her end. And there might be other things behind the scenes in other situations not on challenge related, maybe, so that when her husband saw that, it was kind of like, no, like, I already know there's already shady, weird things. That's my thought on it. I don't know why I don't picture it with MJ. I don't know. I don't think they actually hooked up or anything. I think there would be more people talking about it by now. More people would have came to the surface. Somebody would have came out and been like, no, I saw them, da-da-da-da-da. So I think it was just a lot of inappropriate flirting, which still not okay, but I don't think there was any physical, actual cheating.
Well, I actually disagree with that. I feel like they wouldn't say anything because it seems like when it comes to, like, marriages, a lot of the challenge people try not to say anything. Like for example, the Aviv and Johnny thing, we know something happened and something was mentioned about, their feet touching and flirting and stuff, but nobody ever mentioned it on the show directly.
No, because Tony Time, Cara Maria, I mean, they all wanted to, like, get that out there. I mean, like, there's too many people The whole Aviv and Johnny thing is I don't understand that. I don't know.
We didn't cover that. So can we do a side note, because Amanda made a good point, because when I watched it on TV, I was just like I was just more like, yo, this is cringe. These Johnny's Angels thing, Bananas Angels feet jokes. I was just like clowning it. But then Amanda said, I want to know how many husbands out there would be fine with having a Johnny play footsie with your wife while you're not there. And then I was just like, that is kind of weird.
That's what it boils down to. Like, she shouldn't have been doing that feet shit. I don't care.
I don't know. I can't relate because I don't like random people touching me. I don't care how close, even good friends. I don't want them like touching or laying on me. I'm weird with that stuff as it is. Let alone let it be like some dude on TV, your fucking feet. Like, I can't understand why in a million years. To me, it is a big deal. If I saw Victor doing that with some bitch, they're both gonna get it. Like, you don't need to rub each other's little feet seated together. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, that's weird. That's weird.
The one thing, like, if I were to shoot like Aviv some bail, is like I think it's a weird situation being like in a challenge house, and you're kind of isolated, and you're bored, and so like weird things start happening where just like you play footsies with these games and shit like that. And so you're like, we weren't really in the headspace. In a regular day, I wouldn't invite friends over to have some wine and cheese, and then we pull our socks off and start playing footsies. But in the challenge house, it kind of just happened that way. Yeah. That being said, Raquel does not have permission to play footsies with Bananas. Shit, she don't even have permission to play footsies with Rachel, because I don't know what Rachel's on either. Like, no. So
Rachel Miss Steal Your Girl.
She's Miss Steal Your Girl. You know, Rachel will put that fitness on your girl. No, she's happily married too. Let's not throw that. Anyway, that was we didn't cover it on, but if you want to see the rest of our coverage on season 40, go to that playlist. There's a lot there. Back to John A. and Beth. I don't see them stealing the money from each other, mostly because I don't see any fucking way that they win this season at all. So I ain't even entertaining the thought.
There's no love. Same. I don't think they're not gonna win. They're not. I think Jonna is still not in it. You can see she's still shaken up. She's still not over it. Her head isn't in the game. And Beth, we know that girl ain't ever come to play. Like, she's just there to collect her paycheck.
But Beth's ancient now, right? But
she still kind of looks good for her
She
age.
looks great for her age, whatever age that is. 70, 80. She looks amazing for her age. At one point, though, she was an elimination beast, right? At one point. Maybe not as much now. But the premise of these stars is to get the stars and to defend the stars. So if they can get a star, you got to see who can beat them in an elimination style competition, right? So it's still unlikely, but they still have a slim chance of making it.
Who can't beat them?
Sam and Frank.
No, if it's like a physical one, like pulling or anything.
It's not going to be a physical one. We already know it's not going to be a physical. They're not going to have physical eliminations. It's not.
We just got through Challenge 40 saying, oh, they're definitely not fixing it for anyone, because then we wouldn't have seen CT and fucking Emily go home on nails. But on All Stars, feel free to fix it so that so that some of these teams have a chance. Feel free to make it all 100% puzzle so John A can cook and save their ass, because that'll be rough. Katie and Veronica.
That would be their best challenge, like to win something. Is those four are down in the arena. I would love to watch it.
If you put a puzzle in it, then Melissa and Nicole, I'm not betting on them. And John A is good at puzzles. I think Beth is decent. We'll see. All right. So speaking of trysts and love affairs, let's jump to Nicole and Melissa. They said these two are rivals, but there were Peachy Keen on this episode together.
They hooked up, right? They hooked up before.
In the past, yeah.
Yeah, so.
And she followed her into the bathroom on this episode already, so...
Did she, like, hook up or just to follow her in there?
I don't know. I mean, like, how would you feel if a man followed me into the bathroom? What do you think we're doing? Like,
well, I'm saying she's a woman, so that's what I'm saying.
But they're...
No, yeah, they're past... They hooked up in the past.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying... Was she just did they close the door type stuff or?
I don't really remember, but
I don't know if that, I don't remember that. That might have been the flashback when they were hooking up.
Oh, maybe.
Here, but there was definitely some flirting going on.
Yeah.
And it's mostly from Melissa's side, but Nicole wasn't shooting it down.
Let's be real here. They're going to hook up. They're going to hook up.
Yeah. Nicole
again is going to lose another girlfriend.
Yo, her girlfriend kind of looked like Laurel.
Yes.
She has a type.
Yeah.
They showed a picture of her. She kind of looked like,
Yes, I remember seeing the girlfriend.
Well, she has a type she gets that'll actually date her, and then she has a type that she's actually attracted to. And they're not the same.
Yeah.
She likes the cute little girly blondes, but those ones aren't, I don't think, attracted to her. It's the Laurels.
I don't know. They got she got Melissa.
Melissa likes attention. I don't think Melissa likes attention from male, female. I don't think she cares as long as she's getting flirted with and like made to feel good. I think that's all she cares about.
Wasn't Nicole also really into Cara back in the day too?
I think so.
And Cara didn't reciprocate.
Yes.
Yeah. And then so she went with Laurel, but she also she still had, so that was let's not get into Cara and Laurel. I think the team will be okay in certain challenges. I think they're kind of a middle of the pack team. They like in the challenge they were all right.
I agree.
Stealing the money. Do either steal the money?
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like Nicole's a little... I mean, I feel like she has no, like, real, like, morals because we've seen her cheat on other girlfriends in the past. Like, oh, my girlfriend's at home, I'm not going to do anything. She does something. My girlfriend's at home, I'm not going to do... She does something. So I'm like, morally, I don't know. I feel like
I think both of them have some shystiness in them.
Yeah.
They could be, like, hooking up this season, and then if they're given the option to steal the money, they'll be like, well, it's been nice, but I'm going to take the money and go.
Yeah, I see Melissa taking the money. She has a kid now. She's probably gonna just take it. Why not? I don't think she owes anything to Nicole. She's like, I'm just gonna take it.
Let's go to Devon and Shane. So these two beef came, I want to say like 8 seasons ago or something like that, and they got into some pretty nasty shouting matches. They went below the belt. Devon has found Jesus, and Shane, I don't really know what's been going on with him. But what do we think about this team, challenge-wise and beef-wise?
So Devon's from Big Brother, and she found Jesus back in Big Brother. She used to carry her Bible and stuff around, so I don't know if that's going to help her any. So she used to pray and stuff, and she already had a kid then. So I don't think having a kid is going to get rid of the low blows, because we've already seen it. She's already had it. She's always been a player that I wanted to see more of, who never gets that far. And everything she participates in. So it's like I kind of want to see if I would like her, because I almost think I do like her because she's kind of funny and she's sharp with her tongue a little bit, but kind of witty, outside of the low blows. But like in her interviews and stuff, she's kind of witty. So I kind of want to see her go a little bit further. Shane still looks in great shape. The only thing I just remember is Devon's not very strong competitively. If she wasn't in Big Brother, and if I remember correctly in these seasons, it's just... competing is not really her strong points, but maybe she's been training and getting ready to come on now that she's done so many of these, better kind of prepared maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see.
My understanding is she's ex-military, right? Is that true?
I believe so, if I remember correctly from Big Brother, but I mean, What does that exactly mean? They went through boot camp and served a year and then left, like it doesn't mean that they were like.
But it means that you're probably in better shape than most, regular people since you've had some type of training. You weren't just sitting on your ass the whole, like every day. She did some stuff. So I think they're like a sleeper team. I think they have some good potential. I think they're pretty balanced. I don't know how they do with puzzles too much, but I think overall they're just balanced. So I think we just need to see what they can do. But I mean, I think they're all right team. Definitely middle of the road.
Yeah. I think she's athletic, if not endurance. I think they'll be a middle of the pack as far as the dailies go. But I think they see, in the past I've liked Devon as a person in the house, and the only times that like she got on my nerves was when she let the game get to her and she made bad game moves. It's like she started beefs with Wes or another challenger that just was going to get her sent home. And that's kind of the benefit of her being on team with Shane, because Shane is actually a good strategic player. He knows how to kiki and get in good and make good alliances and like throw shade. He was part of the Lavender Ladies, and that was like an unexpected. And he's got a couple of Lavender Ladies on this season, so I assume they're going to continue their friendship. Like, that was an unexpected alliance that just kind of worked. That one season. I think they'll balance each other out, like you said, Victor. So we'll see. I think we'll see how far they get. I wouldn't count them out. As far as taking the money, I don't think Devon would, but I think Shane would. I don't. Something gives me that feeling.
I will say if they can get along, I think they might be one of the best pairing to watch. Because I think they'll be so funny together and so, like, I don't know, they'll just have so many funny jokes, like, picking on other people together. Not in a mean way, but, like, when they're all joking around and stuff. If they're getting along, I feel like they'll be so quick-witted, both of them, with their jokes and stuff, that it will be really fun to watch them if they find that middle ground.
One thing that's underrated, that you always need good people on the season, is the confessional people who narrate the challenge for you, and Devon's good at that, and I think Shane's good at that too.
Yeah.
So you always need good confessionals. All right, let's be careful here, guys. We don't want to shame anybody that badly. Frank and Sam.
I love Frank and Sam. They're awesome.
I love them too.
I mean, they're what? They're both they're champions.
They're
right?
champions.
So
Battle of the Seasons.
Yeah. First time, I think that was their first one, and they won.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. They got 3 of the people there because Ashley K is there too.
They were just missing Zach, is what I was saying, but
yeah.
I don't think he's ever
What happened, Zach? They hate you that much? They won't let you back.
Yeah.
He's with his own rival at home.
They were one of the people they focused on during the daily. We're not doing so good. So Frank comes on the show and he's like, I've changed since the last time I've been on a challenge. I've grown a lot. I was an insecure person and I just wanted to be seen as one of the boys that I could hang. I don't feel that way anymore. So they're alluding to maybe we're seeing a more mature Frank. And I think we got it to a certain extent because he could have been a lot. Okay, so they showed a clip of how he used to talk to Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys buying it?
Okay, can I just say, I want to thank the challenge gods or whoever did this because hot-headed, mean-ass Frank went and got a physical therapy degree.
Yes.
And then the fucking challenge producers were like, you know what we're going to do to this guy? Sam. We're going to give him Sam. Because now he can't yell at her. Because this will affect his job for the rest of his life. You're going to tell a woman who you can tell can't physically endure certain things to move her ass, scream at her, scream in her face. So to me, it's my favorite couple to watch already. Like, I'm so excited to watch him internally burn after all that shit he would like just being rude, plain up rude, whatever. But I get it. You're hot-headed. You're in the middle of the challenge. So I'm not knocking him for it. But just to see him have to sit there and swallow every word he wants to scream out the whole entire time they are on this challenge.
Frank, to me, was probably, it was one of the best seasons to watch, like, because of the drama. Like, he brought so much, like, craziness. Like, and sometimes it didn't even make sense, but that's always how Frank's been, even on the show. Like, he was just always in your face. He didn't care how big you were. You know, he would talk his shit. He would just go up in your face.
He fucking went at CT.
He went at CT's
Young
fit.
CT.
He didn't care. He didn't care.
Young, fit CT.
He has some of the best moments, I think, in challenges, drama-wise. It was just so much fun to watch. And he was always on, like, 15 the whole time. And he was horrible to Sam. Like, he was bad. Like, I'm surprised... Like, they didn't, like, cut him out, or I'm surprised they brought him back. I mean, I know some time passed, but he was pretty bad to Sam. So the fact that they paired these two up, and he said it himself, he's in a lose-lose situation.
Mm-hmm.
Lose-lose. If he says anything, it's an L. Does nothing, it's an L.
My the scene of the episode that made me laugh the hardest was when he's looking pissed and Sam, I don't remember what she says, but it's just like, why are you getting so mad at me? Or something like that. And Frank's like, I didn't even yell. I was just like, well, we know you wanted to. That face says it all. You are already over it. This is the diabolicalness that we wanted to see in 40. They cooked here because, like you said, Nora, like, they were like, this guy is reformed and he's matured. But if we can set him off, what would it be? And it's like, let's give him a partner that already has history. Mm-hmm. And that that's going to anchor him down. Let's see how far we can push him to the edge. I don't think it's going to take long. I don't think it's going to take long. They're going to turn him into the old him. Oh,
no. And it's no shade to Sam. Like, I liked her prior, you know, I never had it, and I still don't have an issue. I'm not talking shit because I'm a bigger girl too. Like, I mean, I can't do half the shit they're doing, so I'm not judging her for that, you know, like, but I sure shit know I couldn't be on the team with Frank. He'd be screaming at my ass. And I, you know, like, frankly, like, if I'm on the show, I deserve that shit because I am gonna hold you back. I ain't running like that.
Listen, we're going to talk about this for as long as they're on the season. So we're going to say up front, listen, there ain't nothing wrong with Sam. But if you're going to be on a show that's a competitive show, you're going to get critiqued for your performance. That's all we're doing here. We critique performance. Yo, what the fuck? You were not ready for this shit.
No.
Not at all.
You're not ready for this shit.
It's like when Big E used to come on and be like, oh, I have to die before I stop running. And then it's Brad like, he can't even breathe. You're going to kill him. And he's literally like, his eyes rolling back and stuff. And
CT's like, get up, keep. He's like pushing him, like, keep going. Dude, you almost killed him, man.
But that's, you know, like, that's what happens. I mean, like, I get when people want to, you know, the body positivity, like, oh, just because I'm big doesn't mean I'm healthy. No, there is something. I'm bigger. That is not healthy. I can't run with marathon runners. It's just not going to happen. I'm not physically in that shape. Now, if it's a challenge about being strong and, you know, like, me and my partner, me and a guy are paired up, we're probably going to have a great advantage because for a girl, I'm pretty strong. But can I run 5 miles? Nope, it ain't me. I'll walk. You'll see me walk starting after like 30 seconds. I'll just walk the rest of the way. That's it. That's all I got for you.
All I'm saying is if they put an eating challenge out there, you better fucking do that at least.
Or Sam will lose his shit.
You mean Frank.
Better fucking do that at least. Okay. What do we think about stealing money? I don't know what these two.
They can't. I don't see it. Because they're actually friends still.
Well, here's my thing. If they make it to the finish, she really can't take his money. Because that means he pulled a lot of weight on this. Like, no pun intended. But he did a lot. That's no pun intended. I did not mean it that way. But, like he did a lot.
It's on your mind.
I can't. That was crazy.
No, I really didn't mean it that way. But like,
I don't think Frank would have. I don't think he would do it to Sam either, because stealing the money from Sam, it would weigh very heavily on his heart.
This guy.
But imagine if all of a sudden he's like, "Fuck being reformed. I'm taking that money," and like,
oh man.
I mean, if he takes it, that's his weight to bear. But
yeah,
we're just waiting to see. So
yeah.
All right. It's about performance, guys. It's challenge performance. Speaking of big, but for a whole different reason, Faysal, the decision maker, is back with Amber, the new mom. I don't know. I was excited to see Fessy, but I don't know why, because we know what we're getting from him. Maybe it's just like, okay, we know we're going to get some good competition here. Mm-hmm. We need some good competitors too.
And we're going to get some hot-headed remarks, because we know he can't control himself. He gets very yappy about things, like a little chihuahua.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say a hookup, but I don't think there's any, other than Melissa, I don't think there's that many single girls. And Big T probably, but
maybe he will flirt around with Melissa.
Or one of the Ashleys. They're both single, I think.
Ashley, yeah.
Amber's going to drive somebody crazy. She always does.
Yeah.
Amber and Frank. That would be nice. Like, Amber just getting under Frank's nerves and him just like... Or Shane. Oh, yeah. She's going to drive somebody crazy.
Yeah.
You know, there will be no hooking up because Amber is with Michael Z. Jordan. So... so they're a happy family. Yeah, I think they'll just perform well, and we still need to see that on a challenge. Yeah. Stealing the money?
I feel like Fessy would.
I would agree, except for I think they wronged each other before, so I think they're trying to make amends. So maybe not. Maybe because also she just had a baby, he might feel a little bad, and not. So I don't think he'll take it.
I think they'll take it from each other.
I think I think he'll take it if he feels he had to carry. If he feels like he deserves all of it, and he's pretty, like, what's it called? Cocky, where he probably would think he carried it. But if he truly thinks that he carried the whole season, he'd be like, you didn't do anything, so I'm taking the money. But if she performs well and maybe he kind of like gets along, maybe he splits. All right. Let's go to Ashley, K, and Dario. The hottest people in the house. The hottest team in the house. Yeah. So we also need that on the challenge. They're both single. Although now she's a single mother. So he's playing a different game here. Are they going to hook up?
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah. Just for fun.
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, he already realized he said he messed it up, and she's already saying he's looking hot. He's saying she looks good. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
I would love to see a love triangle. Like maybe Fessy gets in there somehow, and there's a little bit of bad blood there. You know, maybe I'm hoping for too much.
In the preview, the Dario got in somebody's face, right? Who? I'm trying to remember.
He did.
Who it was.
Oh, I think it was Turbo. No.
Oh,
no, I don't think it was Turbo.
Maybe no. All right. Yeah, can't wait to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did well. They were the third place team on the challenge. They're also, he made that joke about the old folks home. They're one of the younger, relatively, and better shaped teams, especially of the guy-girl teams. So could be sneaky because there's no advantage one way or the other. Like if they have to do something strength-based, he may be able. He's not the biggest guy, but he could maybe do that. If they have to do something speed-based or where smaller size helps, they're well balanced. So could be competitively a team to watch. Any other thoughts on them before?
No.
I don't think they steal the money.
It was Devin that the Dario got in his face.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. That'll be interesting. Yeah, and I don't think they steal the money. I don't think that big of beef.
Drove that beef crazy.
Let's go to the other Ashley. Ashley Millionaire Mitchell. Yeah, fuck that up. All right. Don't even edit it. I'm self-diagnosed, what's called dyslexic. Yeah. I did 4 questions on TikTok and, all right. And Aneesa. All right, I already know y'all guys' answer. You guys don't give a shit that Aneesa's back.
Who? Get her ass out of here. I like Ashley.
She's trying to
like,
give me too. And Ashley's a strong competitor. So, and Aneesa's been working out. You know, she's been getting more fit. So maybe we'll see a little bit more from this season of her. So they might do decent. And Aneesa is great at making friendships, where Ashley's not the greatest at it a lot of times. So there can be some benefits of if they can work together. They're just very both hot-headed individuals too. So it's going to be some fighting. It's going to be what Frank wishes he could do is going to be Ashley.
Yeah. One thing with it was interesting, like they didn't have one single event that made them beef. They just don't like each other's personality. And sometimes that's like a little harder to get over, because if, unlike, let's say, Davon and Shane, they just had one huge blow up and it was just like, who cares? That's in the past. Like, Ashley's not going to change. Aneesa's not going to change. Aneesa's still like, hey, everyone, be my friend. And Ashley hates that. And Ashley's like, I'm boom or bust. Like, this could, like, I could go all the way to the end, or I can blow up our game like she did on Champs vs. Stars. That was crazy when they showed, I remember that preview, that flashback. So, yeah, they can't really get over personalities. They are who they are. So I wonder if that's going to hold them back a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll hold them back. I also think there's been some Twitter exchanges here and there. So, I mean, I think it's deep rooted. I think generally Ashley doesn't like Aneesa to the core. And her performance also, I think that's also a big part of it, that she knows Aneesa usually doesn't perform well in these challenges. And now to have her on her team, I think that's going to be a lot of like side comments being thrown, and then eventually it'll lead to a nice big explosion.
Hey, we'll see how like alliances go, because Ashley has the Lavender ladies. She has Sylvia, she has Shane, and who's the third? There was somebody else there. I don't remember. But so she has some friendships in the house already. I don't know who Aneesa's aligned with here, but we'll see. I mean, do we have to ask about stealing the money? Like, we have one of the OGs of doing it.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna, they'd 100% both of them.
If they get to the final, Aneesa somehow better figure out how to get fast, because her fucking partner will take the money. She's proven it already. So, good luck. Let's jump to a different Labrador lady, Kellyanne and Sylvia. Sylvia is here 3 months after giving birth. Gotta give her props for that.
3 months. Sheesh.
Yeah. Okay. Other than that, props. This team, it's not one I'm excited to root for. I'm excited to see too much. I love
Kellyanne.
I'm a Kellyanne fan too.
She's cute. I like her personality. I love that she's always trying to make money for animals and dogs and shelters and stuff. So I'm down with that. But she doesn't go far, even with strong partners. They always end up going after her. I don't know what it is. Like, they always go after her so early, and she isn't her old feisty self. She kind of just lays down and takes it, and okay, I'll go in, and that's it.
But I think she's not as feisty as she used to be, but she's still a competitor. I think she still has that competitor drive. So I think Sylvia's probably the one to hold him back, but I think she still is a good competitor. So especially compared to everybody else that's there.
I'll be honest, my fanness, what I used to like Kellyanne for is like she would get around. She was starting back in the day.
I thought you were gonna say the
boobs.
Oh, I mean,
because those are gone now. But
those are gone too. She's still cute, but I think she's either married or she was about to get married, or after the show. So that's gone. So it's just kind of like, and she seems like one of those challengers who sometimes gets picked on in the house, and it's like people just like it's easy to like target her. She seems, so I don't know. I'm not too high hopes for that team.
Yeah.
And I don't think they share the money. Somebody, whoever, if they get to the end, will take. I think we are down to. Wait, did we hit Devin and Leroy?
Not
We
yet.
We haven't talked Devroy. I mean, they're the favorites, right? They have one champion, one guy who made it 6 times and lost. I didn't mean it any certain type of way. No offense, Leroy. They came in first. No, they came in second in the challenge. What do we think? Is this Leroy's time?
If you don't win this, just stop. If you don't fucking win, just give it up. Give it up. Because you guys should, without question, Devin's smart, good at puzzles. Leroy's strong. You should make it to the end. The only thing, once again, they'll struggle in is if it's like a carry your partner challenge. They're both on the bigger side, like bigger guys. I don't know, who would carry who, and that would be hard, like for either one of them. So, but other than that, they should be winning and topping in the top 3 of every single challenge, if not top 2.
It's Leroy. Like, I wanted Leroy to win so badly for so long, and it just never happened, that I'm like, why am I going to try and get my hopes up over this? So I'm just going to watch. I like Devin. I mean, on paper, they're a good team. They should theoretically win, or at least be top 2, but theoretically they should win it all. But I mean, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I don't think they have major beef where that will get in the way of their teamwork. So I think they have the best odds overall to win it.
Like I said, flagship challenge. Don't fix that. Meaning, don't fix the results or challenges. Keep it competitive. All-Stars, please give Leroy Devin, please give Nani Turbo, and help them win. Because if they don't win one of them don't win on this season with those partners, there's no hope for you. Retire.
This is it.
Like, maybe if you get beat by Amber and Fessy, but you're hoping those two rip each other's heads off by the end of it. But if you get beat by Adam and Steve, not even Adam and Eve, I don't know, that doesn't make sense.
Team.
They're a good team.
Steve, a good team.
They're a good team, but Devin won an actual challenge. He beat Bananas in a final. Leroy, you couldn't have asked for a better partner if it wasn't Jordan himself.
True.
This is if you don't win this one,
Yes.
Truly.
Okay, so now, are they stealing the money? What do you guys think?
I picture they would.
Really?
I used to think Leroy wouldn't, but now he got a lot of mouths to feed, and this is their career. I don't think either one of them. I never see on social media them talking about other jobs, so they got to feed them.
Now, Leroy's a barber.
He's a barber.
He
owns his own shop.
But maybe he doesn't want to be sweeping up for tips no more, and he But I mean, definitely, Devin, this is his job. I mean, they both came off 40, and I think there was I don't know how much time was in between each, and went straight to did he even see his children? Does he have to pay child support now? Being away for so long? No, Cam would beat his ass if he ever did that.
Yeah.
Leroy, I wouldn't have think as a money stealer until last season when he gave Bananas 1 point.
I think he's kind of sick of that shit. I think he's sick of being Mr. Good Guy, Mr. Loyal. That's what I'm saying. He's screw this. I got a family now.
And he's jealous that Bananas always wins. And legacy people always win. So he's being salty. I just want somebody else to win. Because he's not a winner. So I think that's all it was. Saltiness.
So he'll go out with just as epic a final and steal the money. Devin, I don't think he would, because even when he won on Ride or Dies, he he gave second and third place some money. So
Yeah.
he just jokes being a bad guy. All right, let's go to last and probably least, our late ladies, Katie and Veronica.
What are we gonna say? Honestly,
I want to know if I don't think Veronica was her original partner, or maybe she was, but if not Veronica, then who? But
I mean, I like that could be possible, but also they had one of the most epic fights on the challenge ever that I could see that maybe like Veronica just for whatever reason couldn't get a flight or something. I don't know.
yeah, I missed the flight maybe.
What can we say about this team? Katie, I think, is actually aging very gracefully. I think she looks very nice. Yeah. Veronica, I love the outfit in the confessionals. I think it suits her. Go back and watch the episode if you know what I'm talking about. I won't repeat what I said in our Slack chat, but it was discussed. So, I mean,
my question is, when we get to a challenge where they have to carry like 40 pounds up a mountain or something, because they typically
Veronica's
do
ready
something
to carry 40 pounds. Shit, on one side alone.
I'm done.
I don't think they make it to that challenge.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Unfortunately, Katie doesn't really make it through a lot of challenging. She's not strong. She used to be really feisty, but I think now because she's so tiny, like she looks so breakable, you know, like I don't think she could do what she used to be able to do a lot of times. And Veronica doesn't look like she can do what she used to be able to do either.
There's no way they're getting to the end to steal each other's money. Sorry to say. However, well, the only way I could see it is like because Veronica made the final in last season, which is a little bit of a joke. I think she was carried as a layup to the end, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's the only way I see it. But I think there's just too many good teams here that they won't want to bring a layup.
Yeah. I don't think that even if they made it to they wouldn't make it through a finale. Like, I don't think they could make it through a whole finale. I think they would end up quitting.
Not even an All-Stars, like, finale light.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. All right. So, that's all the teams. So, we, in true Matches of Mayhem fashion, we did a fantasy draft. We drafted teams, 2 teams each. Our 3 other co-hosts who are not here today, but they also drafted with us. Let's check out the teams. Let's roster bait a little bit, and let's. All right,
is that a real term?
Here. Yeah, it's in fantasy football when you want to talk about like your team. You say you're roster baiting.
Oh, okay.
So let's take a look at our teams here. So,
Daddy Turbo.
Nora, your team, your 2 teams, Daddy Turbo and Jonna and Beth. Obviously, with the second pick, you got a strong team.
I didn't have a lot to choose from the second go around. I was left with very much not a lot of great options. But my first go, I had to get Daddy Turbo.
Yeah, you're banking. Maybe Jonna and Beth get into a couple arguments before they go home, get some mayhem points there. If you're going to get the match points, though, we're going to have to see Jonna cheating on camera. It's not good enough that that rumors fly around. Just letting you know now. Just kidding, Jonna.
I'm also banking on Nani doing something. I'm sorry. I am. I feel like...
And Turbo.
There's something... Yeah.
Turbo? I don't see Turbo.
Get into arguments?
Matches. Oh, sorry. I'm thinking
Mayhem.
matches. Not Mayhem. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I don't know. Maybe... I don't know who's Turbo.
Hey, don't count Daddy Turbo out even on hookups. Let him find a young thing in this house. I don't know who. I don't know.
Ashley K? Who else is it going to be? Who else is it going to be?
I don't know.
Big T?
I don't know.
No, Big T is actually gay. So
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, slim pickings. All right. So we see Rodney had the first pick, so he got Devroy. And then with the last pick, Kellyanne and Sylvia. So again, banking on Devroy getting really far. Raquel thought this was America's Next Top Model and not the challenge, so she drafted Dario and Ashley K. And then on the turnaround, she got the biggest dude that was left on the board and drafted Corey. So that's a solid team, I guess, with Big T. Victor, tell us about your draft. You picked fourth.
Strategy here was going fourth. You're in actually a pretty good position. You're not going to get the best, but you're not going to get the worst. So my goal here was mediocrity. I went for middle of the road teams, that aren't the best, aren't the worst. And my goal is that they just survive to the final. And then maybe an upset. Maybe somebody flames out, gets injured, not wishing it. But on All Stars, it's a high probability. So, I just went for that. I went for Adam and Steve. I think they're solid. They'll reignite their bromance and do well. The Shane, I think they're gonna light it up. They're gonna be a da bomb. So, yeah,
I hate myself that I left.
I think they're gonna do fine, and that's what I'm banking on. Just winning here and there, making it to the final, seeing what happens there.
I think. Why did I spell Adam and Steve that way? I don't know. We're just going with a joke that doesn't make any sense. I think Adam and Steve will not reconcile, but I think it actually works. They got first on a challenge. I think there will be some arguments. The Shane are definitely one of them is going to get into it with somebody. So this has some mayhem, some mayhem potential here. Ash Face Killer. I'll be honest. I was like super excited that Amber and Fessy were going to fall to me, and she sniped them right in front of me. So good job in getting a pretty good team at number 5. Like I think one of the favorites to get to the end. And then she got Melissa and Nicole, thinking match points maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I had the 6th pick. Oh. Shit. Yes. Anyway, now I'm ready. So, I had the 6th pick, because when you're a champion, they got to handicap any way they can. So, I had the last pick in the draft as the champion of Season 40's fantasy draft, So, I went with 2 solid teams, Aneesa and Ashley. One of them is a champion. The other one's good in eliminations. What else is there to say? I had the 6th pick. So, and then Frank and Sam, because I'm ready for the toxicity. I'm ready for the mayhem. And that is a strategy of a champion. You have to adapt to your circumstances. And with the 6th pick, I did what I could do. And then with the 7th pick, I did it again. So, by the way,
are you banking on getting to the finals with this strategy, or what?
I think.
What are you going for?
Listen, there's going to be 4 teams in the final because you get 4 stars, right? I think the challenge is going to do some shiesty shit and throw a 5th star in there at the end. So I got a pretty good chance of getting in there. And if I do get in there with Ashley and Aneesa, that's going to be one of very few teams that actually has somebody who's run a final. You got Devin, Turbo, and Jonna. And Jonna ain't getting there.
Big T, did she make? Yeah. No.
I don't think so.
She went home right before.
Yeah, because CT abandoned her.
Yeah.
Fessy has never finished the final. Amber has won the final.
Yeah.
Veronica ain't getting there. So there's very few people who have the experience. So yeah, I think I got a shot.
Well, with Aneesa and Ashley M, I think those are the two biggest hookup people out of all challenge history. I mean, they've hooked up with more people, makeouts and stuff than anybody else. So you may get some, because even some of the women, even though they're married and stuff, sometimes they still make out with other women. So you might get some points there.
Well, Eric's actually kind of stacked if you look at it. He has, what, between his team, he has 4 championships. That's stacked. That's stacked, Eric. You're sitting pretty over there.
I got Frank the Tank and Sam the I Am. I don't know. One thing I just realized, because I've been throwing out match points and mayhem points, is if you're watching this for the first time, you don't know what that means. So let me go to some of the rules. To be determined. We actually don't know what the elimination and voting process is going to be, because the challenge did the annoying shit that they always do and cut it off and didn't give us an elimination. We've talked a lot about how that pisses all of us off. You give us a daily and you give us an elimination. But, listen, 5 points for a win. Second place, 3 points. Third place, 2 points. If you go... Oh, what the hell?
Thanks for viewing.
If you go into elimination, you get 2 points. If you lose it, you lose 3 points. And if you're a team that's just safe, you get 1 point. We got points for TJ's finals. Winner 25, second 15, third 5. And then we get to the bonus points. And we actually got some changes to the bonus points this season. Match points, points for hooking up. Mayhem points, points for fighting and arguing. Crying penalty. If you cry, you lose a point. If you say you're here for your kids, you lose a point. We ain't trying to hear that shit. And then quitters. This is a new one because on All Stars, you get some people who are more apt to quit. You lose 5 points because TJ hates quitters, and we're going to honor that. And then the one thing that I failed to put here, because I'm a terrible person, is points for star movement. So All Stars has the star system. You need a star to get to the final. And with that, we're going to give points. If you get your star, you'll get a point. Meaning at this point, if you steal a star from someone else, you're going to get a point. If you steal it and give it to someone else, which is almost more baller, you get 2 points. And if you get your star stolen, you lose a point. So there's going to be a lot of points.
Actually, I have a question about this. What about if you have a star and you keep your star because you won a match? Like, do you get another point?
So you, like, if you win, so you're safe from getting your star stolen. I feel like you already are getting 5 points for winning.
Okay.
So I think the thing I'm trying to reward here is the shystiness, which, like, I think we all argue. Well, no, we all agreed the last season had very little, like, rocking the boat. That's what the star system kind of helps with that. Like, people have to steal stars because that's the only way to get to the final. So we want to reward people who are willing to steal stars and give it to someone else, not even for themselves. I just find that hilarious.
Yeah.
And if you get your star stolen, you did something wrong where you didn't protect yourself enough. So that was the idea there.
Okay.
So that's the draft. So that's the draft, and that is the first episode. Any final thoughts or any questions? Any questions before we sign off?
I think we said it all.
Well, not for us, for the audience.
Go further. Out of Katie and Veronica, and who's another one that's equally paired to them?
Beth and Jonna.
Yes.
Who's gonna go further? I say, who's gonna go home first? Which one of those two?
It's probably gonna be one of those two.
First? Yeah.
I feel bad for Jonna. If she, I mean, if she makes it to the final, she may be the GOAT woman with that teammate.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, maybe if Beth quits, because Beth is a quitter, maybe she'll get a new teammate. You know how they used to do that sometimes?
No, TJ said specifically, like, you're tied.
It's one of those savage things. Like I could see them sending them both home and bringing in a new team. Sorry, John, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Sorry, you gotta go.
Although Beth is not a quitter, is she? Like she'll quit like competing, but she won't be like, I am over this, I'll go home.
I think she did quit once.
I think she'll go to elimination though and just give it, like not give it her all, so she could go home.
Was a quiet quitting.
Yeah.
TJ should like just become like Jeff Bezos is like, I hate quiet quitting, I hate hybrid work, like all that. If you're not coming to the reunion, if you're not here, we don't want people on video in the reunion. But then he would have to go.
He's the exception.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think the challenge is off to a good start, but give us a fucking elimination every episode, please.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.